Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
On the return, the Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 28.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that'll set them back 5. The false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. Here's Watson. He's got his target, Chris Conley. The 20. Touchdown, Houston. Chris Conley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him. Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room. To work with, they've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. Call that a very strong gain of 24. They go play action. Mayfield.
To me, there's nothing like watching rookie effort in the NFL. So excited to be there. They're going to give you the max on each and every play, aren't they?
He proved himself on that catch, that's for sure.
I think he may have proved himself to the point where he's going to get a second here.
Now, we know this offense has the potential. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Devin Duvernay. Second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Browns have moved out in front. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown.
Cody Parkey set to kick off.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. On the return, Dontrell Hilliard. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Dontrell Hilliard on the return. The Texans take over 1st and 10. At their
Houston set to take over. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Watson. Flushed out right. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Deshaun Watson so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
And the Texans first down.
Back to throw, Watson. And that one falls incomplete. Try to dump it underneath. Now second down.
For Phillip Lindsay, incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Throwing again is Watson. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Third and long, it's Watson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Myles Garrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it.
Mayfield's pass intercepted by...
Brandon, these quarterbacks had their hands full all afternoon long, but they finally get a measure of revenge as he gets himself in a nice spot. He's able to get 2 hands on the football and pick it off.
After the interception, here's Watson. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
15. 1st down, Texans.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. From the gun, here's Watson. He'll find Lindsay here. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Out of the gun, Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least 1 home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going. Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Mayfield on play action. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Baker Mayfield.
Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Open man is Duvernay. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And he's having a nice little 1st half here, partner. And it's a 1st half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
He's set to kick off.
So with a missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Hilliard will elect to not return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
And now out comes Houston. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I
was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
A pass complete here to Conley. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Houston.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Watson gets one into the hands of Cobb. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. That's to his running back, complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Beckham and the Browns set to take over again. He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. It's so good here. We're only in the second quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But, boy, he's getting it done and in a big way. Right now, he wants to rock on every snap.
Yeah, he's counting his yards in the hundreds, not the tens. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
10 at the 20. Six-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Devin Duvernay on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns add on to their lead. Now Parkey for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland.
14. Parkey set to kick off.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Hilliard will elect to not return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. To try again after the sack. Watson. Conley's got it over the middle. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. He sets to fire deep. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl cornerback Denzel Ward. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. With touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep, and Hilliard will elect to not return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
And our focus now moves to Randall Cobb. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Williams on the coverage.
Back to the air, Watson on second down. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Third down.
Throwing on third down, Watson looking for his running back, and he's got him. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Watson on first down. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Watson from the gun, he'll throw. He's got a man that's caught left sideline. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
A gain of 21 yards.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Jordan Reed in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans get a bit closer.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone. So give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Bailey got the extra point, and the lead now down to 20.
Dan Bailey set.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And wow, the fair catch was signaled for and taken inside the 5-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much.
All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
Dan Bailey.
The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way?
He's got a man, complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. That is caught at the 7-yard line. A gain of 9 there. Sets up second and goal. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. A shotgun snap for Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Throwing again. Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Third down. And 10 yards to go.
To throw is Watson. To throw on 3rd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Greedy Williams picks it off. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
Andy, do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Here's Mayfield.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride, and I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm, they've been sharp, they've been on it, and they pick up another first down there.
The 1-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal. Going to the air again with Mayfield. Dancing to it, hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Austin Hooper, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
The kick is good.
And he's able to put it through. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
Cody Parkey.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Hilliard will elect to not return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Houston set to take over. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Operating from the gun. Watson looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lindsey. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
Philip Lindsey.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Houston.
From the gun, Watson. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Cobb. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
First down.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again. That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it. and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Credit that breakup to Greedy Williams. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Watson. And my goodness, another interception. That's the rookie from LSU, Grant Delpit.
Watson's pass. Interception.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 15.
15-yard line.
Following the interception, Mayfield. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. It'll be a gain of 24 on the play. And it's going to yield a new set of downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. They'll give it to Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Browns.
Kick is good.
Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
Well, Hilliard on the return. The Texans take over 1st and 10. At their own 26.
Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Intended for Chris.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
By Denzel Ward.
To throw again, Watson. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Olivier Vernon. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? And that is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Lindsey. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Mayfield. He goes full extension, and he's got it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Mayfield to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They get 6 yards going for it on 4th, and now it's 1st and goal. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
They'll try to run with Hunt, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his first touchdown on the year, and the Browns continue to roll.
Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left, and their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
And now out comes Houston.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 23.
He'll throw from the gun.
Eluding the pressure. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, Houston. Philip Lindsay, 77 yards. And the Texans are able to make things a bit more respectable.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College. Not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
What that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field. He's been almost impossible to bottle up. You see that number 10 on your screen, a big reason why they have the lead.
One of the guys that's being featured in this game and making sure that he's targeted because they do trust him with the ball. That's why they go back to him time and time again.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Odell Beckham Jr. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And this offense continues to pour it on. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Now, after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. Ready to return. Here's Hilliard.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own 23.
The Texans getting set here to take over again on offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Covered by Denzel Ward.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And now here is another interception. Greedy Williams picks it off.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
He was looking for Odell Beckham that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Play fake. Mayfield. He's got his man on the crossing route.
Good.
And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a first down.
19-yard line.
They go play action. Mayfield escaping the pressure right. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. He can only get a yard after all that, and it's 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space.
And that's going to be caught for Browns touchdown. Devin Duvernay there to make the grab. And this offense is running away with this one.
Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
Ready to return. Here's Hilliard. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson caught left side by Cobb. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. The Texans on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. From the gun, here's Watson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 38. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. Gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and
give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
Ready to return. Here's Hilliard. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
On the return. The Texans take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
Out comes the Cleveland defense. They get ready and set for the next possession. And the interception the last time they were out there ended up leading to a touchdown.
So the only thing they didn't get really was the pick 6, because that's what everyone wants. Take it immediately to the end zone. But their offense capitalized on the takeaway and turned it into the 6 points they were looking for.
Set them up pretty, got the touchdown. Now they're back out there defensively.
Johnson on the coverage.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. 3rd and long. It's Watson. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. He's going to air one out. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
That's good.
And all the way down to the 35. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Bradley Roby there defensively.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Mayfield off the play fake. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Cody Parkey set to kick off.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. Ready to return. Here's Hilliard. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Hilliard on the return. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Houston set to take over. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Cobb.
Watson's pass.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. He's got his target, Chris Conley. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Denzel Ward right there in coverage to get the hand in.
He was covered by Denzel Ward.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Browns take over 1st and 10.
The Browns drive about to get started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Cleveland, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Eagles will come to town. Meanwhile, for Houston, the difficult season continues as they drop to 1-8. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give up about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave.
Damn, Kane, you done killed Abel. Unbalanced land, trying to keep the people stable. The way I feel, I might it all up. The way you feel, you might do it for the bug. All black, born to be a rebel. After this, I might go and water down the devil. Listen to everything around me, I can't see. You picked a dozen roses and left them in Galilee rolling thunder. Don't hear my cry, don't let alibis pass you by. Finally starting to realize, never give up and coincide. I can't watch TV, it's all a lot. Tired of trying, go ahead and fly. Everybody want a straight answer with media, keep us blind. A good heart is not hard to find. Why do people try to define infrastructure right? I don't got time, infrastructure right, I don't got time. I could into all to we're talking about you, about to protecting the sons and daughters from political manslaughter.
Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give up about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave.
Never play by the rules, guess I'm paying my dues. They gon' try to intrude, poison the multitude. They be quick to accuse, when you got different views. Just know you gon' pay the price, based off the item you choose. Many times in the culture, hit you with them K-Ultra. I knew you was a vulture, Holy Ghost get the ushers. No, I can't trust you. Shock you, then now you fluster. Crashing down, I was cluttered. Doing this so subtle, falling out through the rubble. Remember this in jungle, the top always gonna get something. The middle gotta stay hunting. Why the rush left for nothing? 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 Agitated illusion, only built for confusion. The institution, modern day execution. Think I know the solution, maybe not should I do it. Just put it in the music, just put it in the music.
Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give up about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave. You'll burn out if you jump into the fire. Can you feel it rushing through your veins? Though you make it out that you desire. No season was that never be the same. You burn out if you jump into the fire. Can you feel it rushing through your veins? Though you make it out that you desire.
second nature. All is automatic.
You fools hurt. Jesus will.
Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. I turn the knob, camera assist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I whipped the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, Can I hit that? Okay, Can I hit that? Cause I ain't like it. Okay, Can I hit that? Okay, Can I hit that? Stars born, I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these odds ain't got nothing on them. I secure the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing, ooh. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew. Only winning is exception on my crew. Yeah, ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, Can I hit that? Okay, Can I hit that? Cause I ain't like it. Okay, Can I hit that? Okay, Can I hit that? Can I hit that?
kick it and go, kick it and go. With a stiff arm, spin move, in zone, scope. From sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. With a stiff arm, spin move, in zone, scope. From sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go.
Running it back, never a cap, out of the drought, watching me ball. Soon as I snap, hit of the pack, walk for the sack, shaking them all, breaking them all, talking my talk, walking my wall like I do. Sit on the throne, get in the zone, turn it on, must be the shoes, must be the team, must be the camp, must be the crew. You need a win, who need a win, that's all we do. I've been a king and I've been about mine, never could doubt mine. They running the route, I leave them outline when I hit them.
With a stiff arm, spin move, in zone, scope. From sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. With a stiff arm, spin move, in zone, scope. From sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go.
Putting it down for that, time I was down and out, had to bring grinding back, doing the drills and working the wheel where you're grinding at, you know what it be, playing this here for the keeps, had to make out with a feast, a family to feed, third cold where the trophy should be, EA got me in the game now, breathe down with the game now, they're hearing with a lane now, my home second with a rain now, legendary on the field, kind of drip is a skill, it's the highest cruiser bill, ain't nothing just to heal.
With a stiff arm, spin move, in zone, scope. From sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. With a stiff arm, spin move, in zone, scope. From sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs from. It was way back then, could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich, then went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did the little go miss? Ay, her she was major, she mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we caught a little rhythm, she caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked. Can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Need a light here just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
They don't know my name. I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains. I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face.